Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I've gone with a little hat number for Christmas today, and we've also got the blue Chelsea border around the video. It's Boxing Day. I didn't upload the preview yesterday, was gonna do like a little Christmas Day upload, but then I thought we spend a lot of time on these things on our phones, so I took the Christmas Day and Christmas Eve to just spend time with my Bali fam, having a good one. Hope you guys did too, but it's Boxing Day. And Boxing Day is always about the football. It's a time where virtually all the matches are on the same day. It's not quite that way anymore because they need to put games on the TV for money. But Boxing Day has always been an incredible day in the footballing calendar. I'm excited, not just because Chelsea are playing, but because it's Arsenal. It's Arsenal away, Christmas fixture. It's a massive game for Chelsea. Has there ever been a better time to go to the Emirates than right now? Before we start talking about Arsenal, before we start preparing for this game, talking about starting 11s, I want to ask you to subscribe to GBFC, and if we can go for 4,000 likes before the game kicks off, that'll make my Christmas Boxing Day a little bit better than it would have been if it wasn't, and it will also share a bit of love for the GBFC channel. But Arsenal away, under fire, Mikel Arteta, the whole team right now is being scrutinised by the Arsenal fan base. They believe there's not enough quality. They rely so heavily on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and seems to have forgotten how to play football. And this is probably the best time for Chelsea to go to Arsenal. We're off the back of a 3-0 win in another London derby at the beginning of this week at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal are under a lot of pressure, and you know that when it's a London derby, they're probably not going to be as bad today as they have been in recent games, but this Chelsea team have got more than enough quality to exploit the issues that Arsenal are currently going under, go to the Emirates, get 3 points, keep ourselves in this title conversation for as long as we possibly can. I've been looking a lot at Liverpool this week and thinking maybe they're about to pull away again. They're in brilliant form, but all the teams around Liverpool can do is continue to win. And at the moment, Spurs are dropping points, Everton are back in form, United are in good form, Leicester are in good form. It's time that Chelsea got back in that conversation, and after losing those two games, bouncing back with a 3-0 home win against West Ham, and now a win today at the Emirates would be the perfect way to get Chelsea right back into that conversation. Now, I'm going to itch the back of my head because these bloody hats are boiling hot and I'm in Bali, so it's flipping roast potatoes under here. But we're going to start with the goalkeeper in the lineup today, and it is, of course, Mr. Edouard Mendy. Got himself another clean sheet in that game on Monday against West Ham United. Confident with Mendy at the moment. There are a couple of moments in those two defeats where I thought he looked a little bit shaky, but when we analyse the start of his Chelsea career, it's been absolutely massive. And the fact that he's come into this team, taken the number 1 shirt from Kepa, he's the regular goalkeeper now, he's the guaranteed first choice. I think it's been a wonderful start to his Chelsea career, and this is a big game for him today against our London rivals. We move into the right back position, and I'm not fully sure if Reece James is going to be fit and available for selection. Azpilicueta, I thought was brilliant in that game against West Ham. I could have given him a box, to be honest, in the 6 things we learn. I didn't manage to do so, but the blocks that he was putting in, we know when he goes forward, he's not going to give us that same quality of delivery and consistency of delivery that a Reece James would. But we know that whenever Azpilicueta is called upon, he is a brilliant defender, making blocks, sliding tackles. We know that he's definitely a reliable man. He's always at least a 7 out of 10 on the pitch for Chelsea whenever he plays. Confident with Azpi going into this one. We move into the 2 centre-backs. It is, of course, Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma. I think this two as a partnership this season has become fantastic. We know that when we have these conversations about building Chelsea for the future, I've got a series of videos here on my channels. On my channel, do have a second channel linked in the description, but we know that we need to invest in a long-term partner for Kurt Zouma at centre-back, but this season, Thiago Silva is doing a wonderful job, and I think the experience that he brings and the confidence that when he plays to make nice passes out from the back, he's actually teaching the players around him a lot more, and it makes everybody's game a lot stronger. It makes the Chelsea defence a lot more confident, and I think Thiago Silva has been one of the most important players in this side this season, if not the most important completely. We move into the left-back position. A lot of people were mentioning Marcos Alonso's name. They weren't convinced in Emerson's display. But Alonso's been frozen out at Chelsea, so even though in a London derby, he does love to pop off a goal, I think Emerson will be picked again. It would be very random of Frank Lampard to just say, you know what, Emerson, we've been calling upon you. Chilwell's going to be out for a couple of weeks. But today we're bringing in Marcus. I think it would be a big knock on Emerson's confidence. He knows now that with Chilwell out injured, it's his chance to show Lampard and Chelsea fans exactly what he can do. So I firmly believe Emerson will start today at left back. Maybe we might even see him score a goal. I get these like weird Boxing Day feelings where I think odd players are going to score goals, or I stick on a little bet and come away with a nice return. Boxing Day is a good day for that one for me. Emerson starts at left back and we move into a midfield three. Now, when I look at Arsenal's struggles this season, one of their better players has been Thomas Partey, a man who Chelsea were linked with from Atletico Madrid. Kinda glad now that he's signed for a team in the bottom half of the Premier League table so that he can't play against us for Atletico in the Champions League come February. The midfield is where I think Chelsea will win this game. I think we've got more than enough quality in this midfield three of N'Golo Kante in the CDM role with Mason Mount on the left and Kovacic on the right. I've dropped Kai Havertz for this one. At the moment, it's tough to know whether Lampard's going to pick Havertz to try and help him build his confidence, or whether he just shows the faith in Mateo Kovacic, our player of the season last season, and he's been very good in recent games. His ball progression is absolutely fantastic. We know how press resistant he is, and even though Arsenal have been out of form, they do have a lot of pace on the counter that could hurt Chelsea, and I think Kovacic's industry in the middle and his ability to make tackles and break up the play could be very key indeed. We always see that when Chelsea do well against Arsenal, a lot of that is down to the brilliance of N'Golo Kante. And I think in recent games we've seen just how good this man is when he's on form, when he's fully fit the way that he is now. There's no better midfielder in that position in the league, in my opinion. So, Kante's in there, Mason Mount as well. We know how impressive Mason Mount has been. He's creating big chances now. And hopefully, the attack that I've gone with, there's a lot of questions again. I've been thinking about this one all week. Who is Lampard going to start? When we think about the centre forward, of course I've gone with a 4-3-3. Timo Werner is the one who everyone thinks should be starting because he's the centre forward we bought in for 53 million quid. He started his Chelsea career very well, scoring goals, getting assists. The goals have dried up in the last 9 games, but is today, against the struggling Arsenal side, the perfect opportunity to put Timo Werner back in the starting 11 in his preferred position against the team who are low on confidence, and in a massive London derby, Timo Werner gets himself a goal or two today against Arsenal, and all of those conversations about his confidence, about where the goals are going to come from for him, it could disappear. But at the same time, you got Tammy Abraham, who played in the centre forward position on Monday, scored 2 goals. How can you take him out of the team? A bit the same as when Giroud came in and scored 4 against Sevilla, got the call up again to start against Leeds, scored again, and then he keeps on playing. So it's a tough one right now, but Christian Pulisic is on the left for me. I think when he's fit and he's in his preferred position, he's an absolute world beater. And if Arsenal go with Hector Bellerin again at right back, which Arteta seems to like to do, then maybe it could be a field day for Christian Pulisic in this game. Hakim Ziyech, I'm building this team based on the fact that I think he's going to be fit and ready. He could be a very key player again today for Chelsea. We know creatively on that right-hand side going forward, we're going to need someone who's natural on that wings to put in the crosses. Otherwise, Chelsea could be quite void of creativity on the right-hand side. So Ziyech is fit. He comes back in. And this is the tough one. Who starts in centre forward? Based off of all of the comments I read in the Chelsea Fans React video, where Timo Werner was the headline of that video, we talked about him a lot. I think Tammy Abraham is going to start because he scored his 2 against West Ham and he obviously scored the winner last season at Arsenal. But I've just got a feeling that Frank's going to play Timo up front today. I think, as I've said already, if he can get a goal against Arsenal, it's a massive boost for his personal confidence. They're really out of form right now. They're there for the taking, ready to be submitted to the sword. And I want to see Timo start up front. It's a tough one because I could come up with a reason for all 3 of these strikers starting this game today in this derby, but I just have a feeling it might be Timo Werner. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. And of course, with every match preview, it would be boring if I didn't come and give you a prediction. I've gone with Arsenal 0, Chelsea 2. I think we've got enough quality. I think they're so out of form, and it could be the final nail in the Mikel Arteta coffin. Let me know your prediction as well. I'm firmly ready for Arsenal to show up today and be an Arsenal side that we know are always going to be dangerous. It's never going to be easy to go to the Emirates against Arsenal, but if ever there was a time where it might be easier, It's got to be today. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this match preview. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's see if we can go for 4,000 likes before the game kicks off. I'm so excited for this one. 6 Things We Learned will be out straight after the game. It's going to be a late night for me, but I've got to get this one out for you guys. Win, lose or draw, up the Blues, and I'll see you all later. Come on, Chelsea.